Hey guys, how's it going? No, I haven't done a video in quite a while, so I'm just want to do a little account update and let you know what's been going on. I'm nearing the end of my third year in college, so I've been crazy busy, and my collection hasn't changed too frequently, so I figured just doing one solid update video would cover it for the last couple months. Actually, it's probably been over a year since I did a video, but anyway, we're getting back into it. Just to go over like what I've changed quickly. As you can see, my collection's kind of narrowed down to more specific stuff rather than, tons of different things. So, a couple new ones. Benchmade Sock P Dagger. I'm not huge into self-defense or weapon-purposed blades, but this one's definitely like a cool little thing that I can, carry legally because it's small cutting edge and it's single edge, so I can actually carry this around with me. Fits on my molly bags and stuff like that, so it's a cool little thing to play around with. Next up, I got this at the last Jersey custom show from T&K. It's a DPX hit cutter. I've always been interested in like the weird mechanical folders and stuff like that and mechanisms that knife companies put out. So I was always interested in this, and when I finally handled one in person, I had to have it. So this is a cool one. It's S35VN, so it's good stuff. I've got the DPX Heat First Run, which is a cool little guy. You guys know I've been primarily a Benchmade guy for quite a few years, but this is probably my favorite folder in my collection right now. It's just super awesome. Perfect size for me, handles really well. I modified it a little bit so that it can be left-handed clip, and I sanded down the glass breaker because I don't really need one, and it was poking me in the hand every time I reached for it, so now it's just perfect. So that's a really fun one. I've got my 943, I've got my CQC7V, still got the REI exclusive Mini Barrage from a couple years ago. Still have the HK Mini Ascender. The Azula that I've done a lot of stuff to. That's not going anywhere. My Presidio Ultra is currently in pieces because I've been wanting to modify it for a long time. So as you can see, the backspacer I've been doing some jimping to, just, dremeling out different patterns. I've smoothed the scales. They still have a little more to go, but they're pretty much there. I mirror polished the liner edges and a little bit to the blade, and I'm probably going to send out the steel hardware and have it stonewash, or attempt to do that myself, just to do a little bit of different stuff to it. Got my Hinderer pens and like a little classier cross. Leatherman OHT, this is a really fun one that I like messing around with. That's definitely an interesting one. It was a little tough at first, but after working it around for a while, it's real smooth. Really, really fun to play with, and it works great. So this is definitely my favorite Leatherman that I've owned, next to the Crunch, which is more of a vice grip style pliers. So that's a cool one. Couple things I have going on as far as projects that I've been making is, in school I've been working on a lathe, and I've been making a lot of metal beads, like for lanyards and stuff like that, and keys. So I've been selling these and everything like that. So I have steel that I've flamed and done coloring to. Just experimenting around. This is the first thing I did. It's just huge. Doesn't do much, but kind of cool. And I've been doing a lot of different, I did brass as well. So these are all available for sale, actually, on my Instagram account, which is BobaFat94. So if you're interested, the brass are 20 a piece, and the steel are 30. It's like $5 to ship, regardless of how many you buy. So if you're interested in those, check me out on Instagram. They're all up there. The posts may be a few weeks old, but every time I post them, every time I sell one, I post an updated picture of what's left. So the last posts about the beads are everything that I still have. And lastly, I just want to go over a recent project that I've been getting into with a buddy of mine, who owns a custom rifle shop out of New Hampshire called Shaolin Rifle Works. They do custom build ARs and stuff like that, and really cool guys, awesome stuff that they make. And I was talking back and forth with him a few weeks ago about a particular knife he was after. He was interested in a Trouble Blades debt collector. and because he knows that I'm into knives and stuff like that. So we were talking knives back and forth. And after a while, he was like, hey, you know, I kind of wanted to attempt to make a knife. What would I need? So I just bounced some ideas around as far as grinders and stuff like that and techniques. So he was like, okay. And then like the next morning he messaged me and he's like, I ordered 5 new machines the other night. So do you want to design our first knife? So he really wants to get into this. So long story short, I'm going to be designing knives for them to produce. So this is the first design that I came up with, and we've called it the Warhawk. And it's going to be a chisel ground, 1/4 inch thick fixed blade with a 3.75 inch cutting edge. This is a model that I drew to scale and, you know, just cut out. So this is actually how it's going to handle. It's going to be a cool one for sure. It's going to be, you know, heavy because it's going to be 1/4 inch thick, but it's going to be able to take anything you throw at it. And it's also kind of a more streamlined design, so it's not too aggressive looking, and it's a reasonable size, so it'll be good for belt carry and stuff like that. So if you're interested in this, I'm posting all the updates on my Instagram, as well as my artist Facebook page, which is facebook.com, and the fan page is Trevor Gosden Designs. That's Gosden for Gosden. And as well as on Shaolin's page. They're on Facebook and Instagram, which is where they'll be posting updates most frequently as the project goes along. And they also have an official website. The blade itself we're thinking of doing out of D2. That may change, but we know for sure that it's going to be a 1/4 inch thick. The blade length is going to be 3.75. And the next step, that's the first sketch that I did. Now this is the more refined specs drawing. The next step is we're going to render it in SolidWorks, so I can get the CAD file over to him and he can start machining blanks. So that's going to be a really fun project. Looking forward to that. It's probably going to be, the production version will probably be Cerakoted, G10 scales, Kydex sheath, and it'll probably be between $300 and $400. We'll have a better detail of how much it's going to cost once we finally get down to the nitty-gritty manufacturing costs and all that crap. But it'll be really cool, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. The first run we do of them, we'll probably do a limited number just as a test run to see how well they sell, and we might make them available for pre-order if the interest is high enough. So if you're interested, spread it around. Check us out on Instagram, on Facebook, and follow the progress of this project. So, you know, the more people that we can get to say they're interested in one, you know, the larger of a run we'll think about doing. So I'm really excited about that. I'll be posting updates on that periodically on all those accounts. And I'll do another video today because I have a really epic piece coming in. It's basically my first mid-tech, but it's really, really nice. And it's a turning point in me as far as like progress of higher end collecting. So I'll be making another video today of unboxing that. So stick around. It's nice to be back. Hopefully doing more videos soon, and check out Adam's account again, as always, VenomX4X4, because I know he hasn't done a video in almost as long as I have, but he's got some things in the works too that are looking really cool. So I imagine, you know, once the summer hits, we'll both be doing more videos soon, so give him a look again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.